So one of our clients pays us over $2,250 per month just for this one simple service to implement into their business. And so far with our agency, we've generated over $18,000 with just one super simple service using AI. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what we do, how you can implement the same thing, and how you can make thousands of dollars per month by helping local businesses completely on autopilot. Now, I'm sure you guys know by now, we run a AI Facebook ads agency. Now, the thing is, a lot of agencies do it the wrong way, and I want to explain to you how you guys can do it the right way so you can capture clients super easily, get them the best results ever, and keep these clients pretty much forever. So before I get into that, let's talk about why traditional Facebook ad agencies don't work. See, the thing is, this is what every business needs at its core, right? Every business, whether it's brick and mortar, online, no matter what it is, you need three things to run your business effectively. You need leads. Those leads need to turn to appointments, and those appointments need to turn to sales, right? If you don't have that, you don't have a business. And basic Facebook ad agencies only fix one piece of the puzzle. They only give you leads, right? So if you run Facebook ads for your clients and you just get them leads, you're basically just throwing things at the wall and not giving them something that can actually grow their business. Because most of the time when you give these clients leads, they don't know what to do with them. They may not call them on time, they may not follow up with them on time, and they may not know how to actually turn those leads into appointments. So what you want to do is you want to be able to guarantee appointments into their business, sales opportunities. Now, at the end of the day, you can't really control the sales process that they have, but you can control how many people go through the door, and that's basically your goal here. So knowing that, let me tell you my 6-figure agency process that keeps clients happy pretty much forever, right? So step one is to find a niche that needs more customers. And don't you worry, every business needs more customers. That's not a problem that you can't find in the marketplace. So let me show you the 3 types of niches you can focus on. So these 3 niches are the niches that I genuinely suggest you focus on. You can either go to the health and wellness services, home services, or lower ticket local services. So health and wellness would be like chiropractors, physical therapists, med spas, dentists, personal trainers, things like that, right? Now, home services could be like roofing, flooring, bathroom, kitchen remodeling, general contractors, fence insulation, and so on, right? And the lower ticket ones, I suggest you kind of stay away from these because these are a little more difficult to market to because they don't make as much profit. But if you're just starting out, you could try to get into like car detailers, restaurants. Maybe they're probably the worst ones you can work with, honestly, but it could be possibly work. And massage therapists aren't bad as well. Now, in my opinion, if you're just starting out, you want to focus on home services because home services are very expensive and they'll never go out of business. People will always need roofs, people will always need plumbing, people will always need electricians. So working with people like that is very, very lucrative. So what exactly do these businesses need, right? These businesses need 3 things: leads, appointments, and sales, right? So this is how the process works. So first, you get potential leads from places like Facebook and Instagram, right? You capture leads by creating ads. Once you create these ads, people click on the ad and say they're interested in the service. Then once they're interested in the service, you just make sure they turn into a sale. Very, very simple process here. Your job is to get the first 2 pieces of this puzzle. So we call the first 2 pieces of this puzzle service delivery, right? The delivery of the service that you provide. Now, I want to show you an actual video of one of our clients' Facebook ad accounts and show you the ad that we're running right now that's working super good for him. He's specifically a roofer. All right, awesome. So you can see this is the ad account for one of our clients. You can see we have different campaigns here, and our best campaign gets a lead for about $16 each, which is insane. So a potential roof replacement can be up to $3,000 to even $20,000. So if we just get one client from this, it's a beautiful, beautiful return. So I want to show you what the actual ad looks like so you guys can understand how to do a correct service delivery.
Harvey and I met at Costco, and I asked him for some help. And he gave me a card, and I called him back after a period of time, and we started with soffit. Then I asked if he does any home repairs, and he said yes. He has remodeled my kitchen, my floors. We put in new cupboards. We took out a wall, made the kitchen more friendlier. He helped me improve my environment because of the respect he's showing me, his personality, his friendliness, and not trying to rip me off.
I truly believe in not being a one-night stand. I love loving on my customers today, tomorrow, and in the future.
So this is basically what it looks like. Now, this is totally awesome. Now, some people do say you can use AI ads. Now, I would honestly suggest to not use AI ads because you want to have that connection in the video ad itself, right? You can use AI to, of course, make the appointments easier, to set up the systems easier, but to actually make the ad, I highly recommend to get your client on the actual video so that they gain trust with the potential customer. So this ad has done amazingly well. We're getting tons and tons of high quality leads because people really trust what he says and what his company does. Now, if you want a step-by-step guide on how we made a video just like this and how we scaled our own agency to over 10K per month, then click the link below and schedule a one-on-one meeting with me and my team. We'll take a look at your current agency, help you start one if you'd like, and see if we'd be a good fit to work together. Awesome. So now you can see after they actually watch the ad and click on it, they get these questions here. So do you do roofing work, siding work, gutters, whatever you do, right? So once we do that, we can click next here and we ask them another question. It says, when do you want to get this done, right? We want to make sure we ask questions in the lead form that we create so that people are higher intent and they don't waste our time or our client's time. So once that happens there, they click through, they put in the information, they click submit, and then basically they turn into a lead. And then this is where our system kicks in and contacts them to put them onto the calendar. Perfect. So you can see this is the back end, and every single lead we get from Facebook, it goes through here and our AI system messages them. So you can see here, the AI follows up with them, make sure they book them onto the calendar. So very, very simple process that you can set up to make service delivery super simple. Now let me show you how you can actually automate every piece of the service delivery. So let's say for the lead section, you can either run ads yourself, and I highly recommend it because it's honestly not that hard, or you can hire a white label agency to do that for you. I literally just Googled a white label ad agency, and there's tons of white label agencies here. Now, a white label ad agency is an agency that will run your ads for you and handle all the issues with the clients, and you don't do anything, right? So it's super cool. So you can basically just be the middleman as you sell these services out to these local businesses. It's very, very cool, very simple, very, very easy way to grow an agency so that you can just focus mainly on getting more clients rather than the service delivery. Now for the appointment section, you can either call the leads yourself and book them. You can either hire someone to call the leads within 5 minutes or use AI to call and text the leads automatically. Now I'll be honest, I highly recommend that you implement AI texting and human calling because the AI callers nowadays can't really beat a human. Now there are really, really good voice agents like Vappy AI and Synthflow.ai, but the problem is that, I'll be honest, they don't beat a human because a human is going to call consistently, it's going to have these nuances, and it's going to be way more intricate than an AI voice. Now, texting is a completely different story. You can definitely use an AI texter to get great results. Now, the AI texter that we use is a Pointwise, and this is very, very good. It sounds just like a human, it texts very naturally, and it has specific follow-ups. It's way better than the Go High Level system. So if you have Go High Level, I highly recommend you just connect a Pointwise to it to make things super, super simple. Now the next part is sales. Now sales can be kind of hard to automate, but it can be done. What you should do in the beginning is just give them a sales script that works for them, right? Give them a sales script that might raise their closing percentage. All right, so now that we're done with service delivery, let's talk about getting your first clients. So there are 3 ways I recommend that you actually get your first clients. You can do outbound systems, inbound systems, or paid systems. Now I'll be honest, if you have the money, go to paid system. Just run ads, bro. This honestly, running ads is the fastest way to fill your calendar because at the end of the day, you get the highest quality client, you get clients who are serious about it, and it's very predictable, right? When you do outbound systems like cold calling, cold email, they do work, but the issue is that you can get a lower quality client on the call. But for example, we didn't have much money, so we started with cold calling. Once we got our first 3 or 4 clients, then we had enough money to run it back into paid ads. But you could also do inbound systems like warm outreach. Warm outreach is probably one of the best ones to do because you can talk to people in your circle who already know, like, and trust you and turn them into a client. So that's great as well. Now, currently we're running 2 systems. We're running a cold SMS system, and we're also running a paid ad system for our own agency. But I would say start off with cold calling, cold emailing, even go in person, outbound systems. Then once you make some money from outbound systems, go into the paid systems. Now, after you get your first clients, we want to talk about how to price your services. So there are 3 different ways to price your services that I recommend, right? So if you're just starting out, you can just do $1,000 upfront and $200 per appointment. That's a great lower risk type of deal because companies won't have to put that much money up front, and you basically get paid on the results on the back end. And this has potential to even make you more money because if you keep bringing them appointments, they'll keep paying you even more and more. I know some people that I work with who are begging me to go back to the retainer model because we're getting them so many appointments, it's crazy, right? So the second one is, if you have some experience, try doing the retainer model, $2,000 per month plus ad spend, and always make sure that your client pays for the ads. Now this model may be harder to close, but if you have more results and more testimonials, you should be able to close no problem. Now if you're fully confident in your system and getting results, you can try the upfront cost. So this is what I recommend, and this is probably one of the best ways to make a ton of money up front, is where you have a 3-month contract and you charge all the money up front. And if you don't get a certain result, you just pay them all the money back. Very, very simple, and there's virtually no risk when it comes to the client. Now, I will be honest, if they see that complete upfront cost, some clients might be worried about it, but that just, of course, comes down to your confidence as a salesman and the confidence in your product. But yeah, that's basically the entire beginner system on how we built a $10,000 per month AI agency. Now, if you want our help to build your own agency, just click the link below, schedule a call with us, and we'll walk you through step by step on how to grow your own. All right, guys, I hope that brought you a lot of value, and I'm out.